BIC on the School of Superpowers. Can you let me know if I'm live on No Filter as well? I'm gonna look at myself as well. No Filter is not live. Oh, okay. It's unable to connect. Okay. I'm gonna try again. I am streaming on Facebook, but I'm not streaming on No Filter yet. It's not able to connect. Why is that? We're gonna try again. Yet, but I'm working on my No Filter connection. I should be ready. It's not connecting. I'm gonna try again. I'm just gonna get the stream key again. Let's do this. No Filter is giving me a little trouble. But I am live on Facebook and I know that, and that's good. Now I just need to connect No Filter. There seems to be a my Facebook people, if you can see me, welcome. Let's listen to some hum music. Well, you know that's my favorite these days. Alcindor, Vladimir. Moi, oui, moi, ouais, message tout. I see you, how are you, I definitely love this view. I love this view. I can see my Facebook people, and then hopefully I'll be able to see. Why is it not working? Let me do something else. Alcindor, moi, oui, moi. I see you on Facebook. Once you pass this on it, take a little patience, guys. I'm coming. I really need to connect absolutely need to connect. No filter. I think I'm on no filter now. Now we're in business. You said the signal is weak, B? Okay. I'm not sure what that means. It says excellent for whatever reason. B, let me know if things are changing on Facebook. But now I should be streaming on no filter as well. Nerlene is online, Jada is online, 509 Greatness is online. Awesome, guys, awesome. We're about to start. We are about to start. Oh, ça c'est vieux dans Instagram, vous faites. Okay. Okay, I'll be able to go back and forth and see myself. B, can you let me know if I'm on Instagram no filter? Because I'm using my phone, it's a bit difficult to see. Mais si tu me dis que je suis correct, je suis correct. Puis on va pouvoir commencer la session. Bac à changer. On dit quoi, Béatrice? Est-ce que je suis online sur No Filter? The School of Superpower is live, mais je ne vois pas encore No Filter, mais ça me dit que je suis on. The No Filter channel is streaming. Maybe it's going to take a second. Mais ça me dit que I am streaming. Sometimes it does take a second. savez quoi? Je pense que on va commencer sans nos filtres parce que ça ne fonctionne pas. I'm going to try one more time. It says that it's active. Can you guys send me a WhatsApp letting me know if it is live? Can one of you guys let me know if no filter is live? Because I am not clear on whether it is or it isn't. Pourtant, ça me dit que ça l'est. Let me go a little refresh of this page. No live or no filter. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna do it a different way. I'm gonna do it a different way, guys. I'm gonna stop the streaming. Yes. And I'm going to start it over again. And this time. Okay. Filter is supposedly going live now. So we'll see if it comes on live. Je vais devoir enlever de School of Superpowers, ça a l'air. Donc mes amis de School of Superpowers, s'il vous plaît, allez sur nos filtres parce que je vais devoir changer. Parce que it says that I'm streaming, but it doesn't seem like it is. It was a bit wonky last time. Seem like I'm live on no filter, although it says that it is streaming on no filter. Okay, well, you know what? Dans la vie, il faut savoir pivoter des fois, so je vais pivoter. On va faire un pivot, d'accord? Donc on repart d'une autre façon. Yes. On repart d'une autre façon, je vais juste le faire ici. I'm gonna go live on the filter this way. And then for Facebook, I'm gonna go live on, actually I can still say live on OBS. everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for waiting. On commence là, and you know what? I'm not gonna hold you guys too long tonight, okay? I'm gonna try. But you know how much I love talking, y'all. So it might be a little bit hard. Mais là, je suis live. Là, je suis live sur No Filter. B, si t'es d'accord avec moi, on va commencer. I'm gonna lower the volume. Hi my people, salut tout le monde. Donc là, je suis live sur No Filter Channel, sur Instagram, je suis live sur Facebook, et je suis live sur The School of Superpowers, my platform, and I'm so excited about that. Guys, it has been 2 weeks. Let me take a sip of my tea. First of all, thank you all for waiting and for being here with me. J'apprécie beaucoup. Comme vous le savez, mon nom est Anne-Christie Guillaume. Anne-Christie Guillaume. Oh, c'est comme si je me disais en anglais, oui, là, mais en français, je dis tout en créole. Moi, je dis, my name is Anne-Christie Guillaume. Guys, I always start the session to say the same thing. J'aurais aimé faire ce show en français, mais il y a beaucoup moins de monde qui parle français que les autres langues, telles que l'anglais et le créole. D'accord? On est sur No Filter Channel, qui est une plateforme, oui, haïtienne, mais il y a beaucoup de personnes qui parlent plus anglais que toute autre chose. Sinon, j'aurais pu le faire en créole, mais dès qu'à faire le créole, guys, je chita nous parler correctement, mais c'est pas un bagage qui fait pour haïtien seulement. Donc, on a aimé que tout le monde profite de lui. On a souhaité que tout le monde comprenne de qui ça m'a parlé. Bien entendu, si vous avez une question, vous avez une pas comprendre, let me know, okay? And B, please continue letting me know. On the School of Superpowers, I can see your comments. So if you have any comments for me, please put them there. That way I'll see them, okay? Donc c'est ça. Donc, étant donné que, comme je dis toujours, laissons le français de côté, mettons un petit créole là à côté, and then we're gonna speak in English, okay? La lengua pura. Okay, guys. Today, what are we gonna talk about? Today, we're gonna talk about beliefs again. This is like part 2 of what we were talking about last week. For the people who did not watch last week, I invite you to go on the No Filter platform. You can see the video. I somehow don't have it on the School of Superpowers platform for whatever reason. I have just clips here and there. But then I also have it on my YouTube channel. The School of Superpowers has a YouTube channel, and I premiered it today because I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to reconnect with the concept of beliefs as we're diving into the second one, as we're diving into part 2, okay? Again, my platform is the School of Superpowers. We are on No Filter. We are on Facebook. For the people who don't know, if you're on Facebook, you can go to the School of Superpowers page to like, subscribe, whatever they say, vice versa. Here today, we're going to talk about beliefs. The thing that I would like for you guys to do moving forward is take a notepad or take your phone, the notes app on your phone, okay? Because what I've recognized is whenever we're learning, and that's kind of how we live our lives too, everything is in our heads. But if you don't put anything on paper, it really becomes difficult for it to materialize. And this is actually in line with beliefs, believe it or not. It actually is aligned with beliefs. Okay? So first we're gonna do, it's a school classroom. We're gonna go back. What is belief? Some people who are here today were not here last week. So they're like, what is belief? So we're gonna review what belief is, what the definition of belief is. And the reason for this session is so that we can point out and identify the places where belief is holding us back. I don't want you to walk away from the second session on beliefs and think beliefs are bad. No. What we are looking to identify is identifying the beliefs that hold us back. And I'm going to mention that a little bit more as we go through the session so you can understand, how to determine whether a belief needs to just go or stay, okay? All right, so let's go. You know, ChatGPT, my favorite friend. I asked ChatGPT, what is belief? And this is what ChatGPT said. A belief is an acceptance or conviction that something is true or exists, often without conclusive evidence of or proof. So there's not necessarily any proof to what you believe in, but you believe in it. Okay? A belief is a mental attitude. Son état d'esprit mental lié, belief là. C'est pas un verre. It's not a glass. It's not a real thing. A belief is a state of mind, a mental attitude that reflects an individual's acceptance of a particular idea, concept, or proposition. Ça veut dire que it's your état d'esprit, your mental state is allowing you to accept something for true for you. Okay? Beliefs can be based on personal experiences, cultural or societal influences, religious or spiritual teachings, logical reasoning, or a combination of these factors. Okay? So beliefs are based on some of those different things. So we're going to analyze them. I'm not necessarily going to go too much on a specific aspect versus another. We're going to look at beliefs as a whole. I really want to touch all of them. The ability to actually break free, but the elephant doesn't break free. The elephant just lives in this conditioning. That's how you condition an elephant. So that was last week's story, but I love stories, so I have another one for you. Let's talk about a pit bull. By the way, I'm babysitting a pit bull tomorrow, and I think she's on the live, and I'm super excited about it. But let's think about a pit bull. A pit bull is an animal that is deemed a killer. Like even when you tell somebody you have a pit bull, they're like, oh, right? A pit bull is like a bad animal. But did you know that in the 1900s, the pit bull was a nanny dog? They considered if a family had a pit bull, that was early 1900s. They considered it was such a loyal animal that they considered the pit bull a nanny for the kid. Now, the reason why pit bull has such a bad rap, which is again why you have to be careful about what you hear. Everybody has an agenda. Bad guys, tough guys, picked the dogs that they like, right? And they ended up picking a pit bull because a pit bull has a mean mug. But an animal is in line with its master. So if the master is violent and teaching the animal violence, well, the animal will become violent. So bad guys were going for pit bulls. Pit bulls were involved in street fights. Pit bulls, if you had a bad guy walking down the street, he had a pit bull. But because he trained even if it was a poodle, the poodle would have been a killer poodle. But he trained the dog to be this way. So this dog had a huge bad rap. But in reality, a pit bull is such a loving dog. My friend's dog, which I met a few months ago, and now I'm going to babysit the dog. The dog is almost, well, actually I had a Yorkie. The Yorkie was more aggressive than this pit bull. And then so you get to see how when you hear things sometimes, people have their own agendas. When you hear things sometimes, you have to pause and reflect. The person who's saying something, they have their own agenda. So destroying the pit bull's image because a few bad people or most of the bad guys, that's what they had. They had the big guns and then they had the pit bull. And then next thing you know, oh, the live ended with no filter? Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. I'm going to bring it back. No problem. I can always do live. Boom, boom, boom. Beliefs. Public. Next. Go live. Go live. Thank you, B. I got you. I got the message on the School of Superpowers and also on WhatsApp. But I'm going back on. It's turning back on in a little bit. am still on Facebook. I am still on Facebook. And then no filter. I'm bringing it back up. 1 second, my people. Gonna do a little refresh and a little live, going back live. He leaves, public, next, go live. Let's try this. And see, this one is gonna take. Let's see this one. Guys, this is technology for you. This is what it is. This is what this is. We're getting there. Yeah, there's definitely a problem on the no filter platform, which I'm not sure what's going on there, but we're not going to stop it. We're not going to stop our live, but there's only so many devices that I have to go live on, so that's not cool. Can I go live on my tablet? I guess I can go live on my tablet. It's a bit strange, but no, I need my tablet. I can't just go live on it. Try one more time, one more thing. In the face of pressure, you remain zen. Zen. We will remain zen. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try this and see. No, I'm gonna try this and see. No. I'm gonna try one last thing, and then we're just gonna have to not be live on it on. See, it says I'm live right here, no filter. It's a bit strange the way I'm looking at myself right now, but we're just gonna have to do it this way. Okay? Guys, I'm back. The angle is different because I'm on my tablet, so I'm gonna try to speak to the both of y'all, like people say. All three of y'all, because now I have 3 devices to speak. I want to believe that technology has evolved more than this. I really want to believe that. Okay, guys. Okay, you guys are back on. You guys see me? Okay, I'm going to try to... I remember I went on a date with a guy and he never looked at me. Like I was sitting right here and he was looking like this the whole time. So that's what I'm going to do to you guys, okay? All right. So yeah, so pit bulls, right? So guys, you see the issue with the pit bull. The pit bull is not necessarily a bad animal, yet it has a bad rep. But the rep was created by some people who decided that's what they wanted to do, okay? But you use your brain and decide, does that make sense or not? I said this to my kids this week. Even when I tell you to go do something, don't quickly go and do it. Don't. Ask yourself, does that make sense? Why is she asking me to do that? You have to integrate the information. Don't just quickly go and believe or quickly go and do. We have a brain, we need to filter information. So now let's move on. I want to talk about a few misconceptions of beliefs. Last week we did that. If you go on the live of last week, you will see that we touched on the different misconceptions when it comes to belief. But these ones I really think resonate at a different level. I'm going to tell you why. Some people, one of the misconceptions of beliefs is that beliefs are unchangeable. Think about this. I know for me, that's how it was. Like, I never thought that a belief could change. Like, if it either was and it was there forever, or it wasn't and then that's it, right? That's really what I thought. But in fact, a belief is not unchangeable. You know, when you think about so think about your own beliefs, right? When you think about some unchangeable beliefs, like the smaller, right? I would say smaller ones. I will always be bad at math, right? Men will always cheat. Women are all, selfish. They will always be like that. Men will always cheat. I will always be overweight. I've been overweight since I was. All these unchangeable beliefs. And these beliefs typically, the way you say it, you say things like, it's always been like this. It's always been like this. So it means that's just how it is. Lord Isberna, I see you on the School of Superpowers. Welcome. Na parler de beliefs and how unconscious beliefs hold us back. Not unconscious beliefs, no. Unchangeable beliefs. You're like, this is it. It's not going to change. This is it. This is it. Okay. When you have this fixed mindset, this unmovable mindset, there's no room for growth at this point when you operate in that way. Okay. Right? So these are unchangeable beliefs. Beliefs can change. Well, I'm going to say I'm actually going to give you another example. Remember when they believed that the world was flat? Well, some people still believe that, whether you want to or not. Some people still believe that the world is flat, okay? But these were beliefs that if you were not able to accept that something that was true is no longer true, or something that people believed in is you no longer believe in, then you're in a world of trouble, because now you're stuck and the world is evolving and the world is moving without you. Another one, guys, another really sensible one. So think about unchangeable beliefs, and I want you to write it down, because we're going to do a little exercise at the end about that, right? So unchangeable beliefs. Number 2, beliefs can sometimes be unconscious. You can have unconscious beliefs. So some beliefs can be so deeply ingrained that you don't even realize that you have it. Right? I'm going to give some examples. Gender stereotypes. Gender stereotypes. We just said that, right? Like, well, I think the men always cheat and women are like this is not so much an unconscious belief as it is like maybe an unchangeable belief. An unconscious belief can be racial bias, right? So, again, all of it has to do with, because our minds, we're not using necessarily our minds with intent, and we watch TV, people are talking to us, so all the information that comes to you, you just absorb it. You absorb it unconsciously, and it becomes true. Example, racial bias, right? When they had the huge campaign against black people, because it was a campaign against black people. Slavery was a campaign against black people, okay? That's part of it. It's not all. It's one of the things that it was. If somebody saw a black person, women clutched their purses because, hey, he's he could be this or he could be that, right? Racial biases. When you see a woman heading a company, you're like, can you go get me some coffee? No, I'm the CEO. You're the one who you're supposed to be meeting with today. It's me. I'm the person. Gender biases, right? When you think about money beliefs, a lot of us have these money beliefs. Money is the root of all evil. People who have money are bad people. Now, you don't necessarily think it, but you live with that mindset because there's almost this pride that you don't have a lot of money. There's almost this disdain when you see other people with money and you think they always have to have done something bad to have money. These are unconscious beliefs about money. When you see somebody with a nice car, drug dealer, because there's no way somebody can have money and then be a drug dealer, right? Or you see a woman in a nice car, no, a guy gave it to her. These are unconscious beliefs that we hold in our society, but we know where it comes from. If we think a little bit deeper, we know that it's coming from all the media and all this information that comes to us and that we don't filter. You see how our body filters stuff? Whatever I drink today, every single part of my body works at decomposing whatever it is that I'm eating and throw everything in waste, takes the minerals, takes this. Is that what we do when we acquire knowledge? When we hear an information, do we process the information or do we just take it? And now we live in a world where we're scrolling and YouTube and we're scrolling. So the information that's coming to us is coming to us at a point where our mind is dormant. And so the information is, we're just absorbing it. I found myself having to simply, because everybody loves scrolling. So I have to intentionally pick the people that I'm following so that when I can scroll, I can find nutriments. I had to unfollow some celebrities not because I think that what they're doing is wrong or I don't have an opinion, but the information that's coming to me is not serving me in any way. If anything, it's probably making me feel bad about myself, that I'm not a size 0, that I don't have this yacht, or that I don't have. These are not inspirational things. These are things that can make you feel bad, right? So, yeah, unfollow those. I've been consciously unfollowing those things to remove those unconscious beliefs that are going to start to creep up into me, right? Okay. Number 3 of the misconceptions about beliefs. Beliefs are not universal. They're not universally shared. So it's not because you believe something and you believe in it so deeply and then you automatically think that the world believes the same thing. It is not true. That's another thing that really shocked me. Because when something is so evident to you, you're like, well, it is true. It is so evident. But in fact, it's not. It's not true. It's true for you. It may be true for you, but it's not a universal truth. And sometimes when you realize that your truth is not a universal truth, you tend to be like, oh, maybe I wasn't as right as I thought I was. The moment you realize that the world does not believe what you believe, sometimes it's enough for you to let go of that belief, right? I'm talking about, I'm going to say something here that not everybody is going to agree or not agree with, but that's not the point. The point is I can say whatever, right? And then you decide to absorb or not absorb it. That's what we're talking about. Some people believe that same-sex couples will go to hell. You will go to hell. Well, truly, it is your belief and the belief of a few other people, but it is not a universal belief. So don't go walking around thinking that there's a group of people who think that. There's a culture of people who think that. But it doesn't mean that it's true because it doesn't mean that the world believes it. Now, there's something called core belief. Core belief is, this is a little side note. A core belief is something that you have identified. For you to recognize what is a core belief is when you think about the belief in a sense of, I think the world needs to operate this way. That becomes your core belief. If you believe in compassion, right? And you believe that the world, like for you, it's evident everybody should be compassionate, then it's your core belief. Well, somebody has that as a core belief, that they believe that a same-sex couple will go to hell. You remember, so that's the third one, right? Remember when I said earlier about beliefs, it's not, some beliefs are good to keep and some of them are not. One of the things you can think about as we're talking about those beliefs, how is it helping you? If it is not helping you in any way, it might be one to reconsider. Because somebody might say, well, Chrissy, God is not a real thing, but I believe in God and I think everybody, okay. But the thing with God is, God is not a bad belief to have. It doesn't hurt me to have the belief that God exists. So that's why this is not a belief that I will challenge. It doesn't hurt me. If anything, it adds to my life. And I'm going to even go further. Even God, from my understanding of God, right? Even God expects you to hate him. Even God expects you how did they say that again? To deny his existence. He's omnipresent. He doesn't care about that. He knows you're going to come back. So, or not, right? But he expects you to reject his existence. That you might say, you know what, God, after what just happened to me, there's no God, right? And he expects that. So again, you reject a belief when it no longer serves you. So that's why when we're talking about universally shared beliefs, unconscious beliefs, unchangeable beliefs, look in those areas and see if some of them are holding you back, right? Okay. Now, guys, of course, you know I love quotes, and I wish I could just do all the quotes in Creole because I love Haitian proverbs. If anybody knows me, they know that. However, I've identified some belief quotes for this session that I think will really resonate with you. Last week's quotes were really awesome. If you guys didn't check them out, actually we've posted them on the comments. Even if you don't read the live, even if you don't watch the live, you can also always read the comments, okay? Quote number 1 about belief. Let me check my hair. That's from Mahatma Gandhi. Your beliefs, follow along, okay? Your beliefs become your thoughts. When you believe something, you start thinking that way. Your thoughts become your words. So when you think something, you speak it. That's fair. Your words become your actions, right? You're about your action. You say what you mean what you say. So if you say something, then your actions are in line with what you say. So your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits because you keep on doing it over and over again. Your habits become your values. This is what you do. This is what you're about. You're about these beliefs. You're about these actions that you pose. And then your values become your destiny. So we started from belief and we went to destiny. Your beliefs are your destiny. If you want to know what your destiny is, check your beliefs. As per Mahatma Gandhi. If you want to know where you're going, check what you believe in. If you want to take a pause in your life and say, where am I going today? Check your beliefs and you will understand where you're going. Which begs to question, then if I want to go somewhere else, then I need to have different beliefs. Right? Okay. I thought that was a good one to share. Number 2. Nelson Mandela, another one of my favorites. It always seems impossible until it's done. It always seems impossible until it's done. Think about the World Guinness. I used to love this book in Haiti. I used to always buy it every year. The World Guinness World Records of books, right? The book of World Guinness World Record, whatever. I used to love it. To see what people are doing better and better. But the thing is, the person who wins this year may not win next year because another person has surpassed it. And that's what Nelson Mandela is saying. It always seems impossible until it's done. So what are we doing? Are we going for the impossible, or are we waiting for somebody to do something before we can do it? How many times we've heard people say, I can do this, it's never been done before. Okay, well maybe it's time for you to do it. Right? Well, it's never been done before. Why are you waiting for it to be done? Why are you waiting for it to be fed? If you believe it, you came up with the thought. So you had to believe. You came up with the thought. You started saying the words, but you did not pose the actions related to what you thought because you got stopped by what you saw in front of you. Did you know that Kobe Bryant is the highest scoring guard in the NBA history. Kobe Bryant died a few years ago, but he's the highest scoring guard in NBA history. How long do you think that will last? Don't you think somebody's going to overcome this? But you know why people are going to overcome it? It's because it's possible. Because somebody's going to say, I'm going to do the impossible and go beyond. It's not because we become bionic people or we become, no. It's because the moment something is done, what has not been done is there, waiting for another person to believe that it can go there. The world is infinite. Don't look at other people's limitations and think that they are your limitations. They are not. If somebody reached a glass or ceiling, it doesn't mean that it is your ceiling. Because if that was the case, we would never go anywhere. The world would have never evolved. Do you want to participate in the world's evolution? Do you want to participate in your own life's evolution? Do you want to participate in your own growth? Or are you just waiting for somebody to do something so that you can do it too, so you can stay in the comfort of what is known? And to finish, of course, my third quote is of Kobe Bryant. The moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win. This is so powerful. Think about this. What he's trying to tell you is that the world is dynamic. Everything is moving. If you don't move, life is just going to pass right by you. That's really all it means. We're not even talking about competition per se. We're speaking about life. If you do not move, time will pass you by. Life will pass you by. If you don't get something, somebody else is going to get it. You see that idea you have in your mind that you think is impossible? Wait 6 months. Somebody else is going to come up with it. They're going to be super multi-millionaire. They'll be like, oh shit, I have that idea. But the good thing is you can have another idea, because creativity is there for us all. Creativity is a source that is out in the universe that we all can tap into. Did you know that there are two people who wrote the same book and they did not even know? They wrote the same book, the same story, and it was a pure fiction. The lady who called Eat, Pray, Love, and Another Woman. They wrote the same book. Source and creativity is there for you. Are you going to tap into it? Or are you tapping into my creativity, somebody else's creativity, which is limited? Or are you going to the source directly? Are you going to go in the refrigerator and get a gallon of water? Or are you going to go into the stream that's behind your house that constantly flows water? That's what creativity is. Constantly the water is flowing. Constantly it is flowing. Or are you going to go to the finite water that's in your fridge? That's really what this is telling you. Okay. So this is a little exercise that I wanted us to do as we're going through this, right? We spoke about unchangeable beliefs. We spoke about unconscious beliefs, and then we spoke about universal beliefs. Okay, so now let's take a piece of paper, or ask yourself, but please, if you could write it, that would be better on your phone or anything like that, because then you get the chance to really dig a little bit deeper. I always say, sitting on your back and thinking, you don't do nothing. What's in your thoughts, if you don't manifest it into the la matière, you're halfway there. You have the thought, you have the belief, you're halfway there. You have to put it into action and into motion. So that's why I'm saying, just write a few things down. You have nothing to lose. Let's start with unchangeable beliefs. One of the ways that you can identify unchangeable beliefs, and we spoke about this at the last session, one thing that you can do to identify your unchangeable beliefs is write those sentences that start with, I have always, blah, blah, blah. This will never, blah, blah, blah. I will always, blah, blah, blah. I will never, blah, blah, blah. Example, for our little beautiful pit bull. Pit bulls are killers. That's an intense statement. Pit bulls are killers. These are unchangeable beliefs. So look in your life where you're saying that. It's always like that. It never will be like that. Like people say, Haiti will never change, right? Never change. Maybe the sentiment is Haiti has been, since we've been alive, since our independence, we've never been anywhere where we are all can be proud of our country. Maybe that's what we should say versus Haiti will never change. Because again, although this is maybe not what we really believe, by saying it, we create a thought, and then we keep on saying it, we create a habit, and we create what? Haiti's destiny. Haiti's destiny is we will never be anywhere. Because we say it, we keep saying it, and then we believe it, and then we act it. Okay. So this is one way to define your unchangeable beliefs. Now let's go for the unconscious beliefs. This one for me, I mean, all of them resonated, so I'm not going to lie, I'm saying that one over the other. They really all resonated with me, so that's why I wanted to share it with you. When we talk about unconscious beliefs, check your blind spot. You see the other one I told you how to start the sentences? This one, when you think about unconscious beliefs, check your blind spot. So it's all the places that you can't really see. These are where those beliefs lie. I'm going to give you an example. Inferiority complex. It's a sensitive one because people would say, I don't have a sense of inferiority. But maybe you might think about this. When you walk into a room and you start grading people or assessing the room, where do you position yourself? This is the CEO. I'm not going to talk to the CEO like that. Oh, this is the janitor. Oh, please, I'm not going to talk to him because I'm there. This is a woman CEO. No, I'm more here. I walk into a room, a bunch of white people, and me, I'm black. Oh my God. Well, I don't feel comfortable. All of these things are inferiority complexes. Some of them are superiority complexes too. You notice I pointed them out. But I'm talking about the inferiority complex. Or, you're talking, or a guy trying to talk to a girl and, she's not at my level. No, dude, she's probably it's not a question of at your level. Maybe because you want her so much and you need to just rise to the occasion, right? Or a woman who says, well, that guy's out of my league, or men, women both say that, out of my league. These are inferiority complex because you're looking at people and you're putting them one on top of the other. These are unconscious beliefs. The problem with that is you end up operating within that belief. That's really the problem. I mean, you might think, okay, whatever. But it's the fact that you start operating within that belief. So when that guy who's courting this woman who thinks is out of his league approaches this woman, he's going to approach her with with an inferiority complex. It's not going to be overt. He's not even going to realize that he's doing that. But the energy that he's going to project is going to be an energy of inferiority. So he might start overcompensating, saying too much, doing too much, passive aggressive, all sorts of things that are not even him in his essence, and he's missing the boat. So inferiority complex is one where it's sitting in your blind spot. Some people just know that they have this inferiority complex, but a lot of us don't. We walk into a room and we shrivel up and this is when you say, it's not for you to hate yourself. It's only for you to be aware. And you're like, what's going on right now? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. And you can debunk it in your mind and you realize how you are going to approach this situation in the first place, right? You have perfectionism. People are like, I'm a perfectionist. Okay, stop. Perfectionism doesn't make you great because what it does a lot of times is you don't feel worthy if what you do is not perfect. So there's this element of unworthiness if the thing is not perfect. You see how you're talking to sape, you're compromising yourself, right? Perfection is an unconscious belief that you need to be flawless. Because if you walk out and I have a booger on my nose, okay, it's embarrassing, right? But doesn't make me unworthy. Like it changes, like it pulls you all the way down. Because that thing of perfectionism, for you, perfection means worthy. So any flaw, you're not worthy So you don't, even if somebody treats you badly, you think they are right to treat you badly because you were not perfect. This goes these goes deep into abusive relationships as well. Because sometimes people are in those relationships and they actually believe that they deserve this treatment. When the guy says, well, you did this, or the woman says, well, you did that, that's why I treated you this way. Well, they believe it inside of themselves that it's possibly true. Okay. We spoke a little bit about money scarcity, right? It's the same thing, believing that, you will never have enough money. You will never be able to get to the place where you have enough money. Like money is always going to be lacking in your life because you've seen it in your past, So you operate and you've kind of made peace with it, but you truly are not at peace. You made peace with it, but then you end up operating in this life with this money scarcity mindset and not tapping into the abundance. Again, the river that's in the back of your house, it's still flowing water, but you're still looking into your little cupboard that has nothing in it. We're looking in the wrong places, right? When we talk about victim mentality, okay? This is a belief that things are going to happen to me anyway, right? So again, let's think about that girl, that woman in a relationship. He's going to cheat on me anyway. He's going to leave me anyway. Or the guy in a relationship, I'm in love with her and I'm giving her everything. She's probably going to cheat on me. She's probably going to leave me. She's probably lying to me. So you say those things and then you operate within that victim mentality and you attract that energy inside. And you know what happens? That person might very well have cheated on you or hurt you in any form of way. And what you say, I knew this was going to happen to me. And then you take this person's abhorrent behavior and you make it about you, that this is happening to you. And this person is just abhorrent. This woman was just not worthy of you. Or this man was just not worthy of you. Or they were simply not where you were in your life. Let's not even judge them. They were just simply not wanting the same things that you wanted. And then let's just move on. But a lot of times we walk around with that mentality of being a victim. This will happen to me. This has happened to me in the past. It will happen to me again. I know I've struggled with this quite a bit. And this is a real mental work to tell yourself, but no, it doesn't have to be this way. All it takes is a stop. Like, when you're on your bike and you're slowing it down, in your car you're slowing it down. When you're taking a little time, sometimes you're rushing in your life, but you take some time and you just stop and give yourself a minute to reflect on why you feel the way you feel. Or even the sentiment of abandonment, right? Same thing. Oh, this is going to happen to me. And then you operate within that belief. The way you connect with people is in that belief. It's one of those attachment styles. They call it an avoidant attachment style. Or even sometimes the anxious attachment style. Well, you believe that the person might leave you, versus a balanced attachment style. Well, the person might leave you, but it's not about you, right? You're doing your best. You're out here doing your best. So the rest is up to them and up to God, but you're continuing moving on and you're loving yourself, you're loving your life, you're pouring into yourself and into your life and let everything else come. But we seem to think that we can control all these things when we really can't. All right? So think about all these unconscious beliefs that you might have: victim mentality, money scarcity, perfectionism, abandonment, right? Okay. And then finally, the universal beliefs. This one is hard. This one is hard in the sense that the moment you recognize that not everybody believes it, it can actually free you. And I'm going to share one of my things. I'm a Caribbean girl. I love Haiti. I love the beach. I love the sun. I love when it's humid, when it's hot, when I'm sweating. I love it. I moved to Montreal, Canada. Dead of winter. I hate it. It's so cold. I'm uncomfortable. My skin is burning. Oh my God, I cannot wait for the winter to end so that summer can be. And every year it's a question of waiting for winter to stop because winter is bad. And for me, and I would say, first of all, born and raised in Haiti, never seen snow one day in my life. went to see the snow at 17, and at 18 I had this long narrative about winter. Okay, this should have been my red flag number one. Nonetheless, I'm throwing this campaign against winter, how bad winter is. How come somebody can like it? And as I'm saying, you're saying it as a joke, as a thought, but you say it so much, it starts to become real, and it becomes what you believe in. It becomes. And then one day I was working with another associate at work, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited, winter is coming." I was like, "Huh? Did I hear this correctly? You're excited about winter?" She says, "Oh my God, yes." And then I started laughing because I thought she was making a joke. I said, "Who?" She says, "No." I said, "Girl, it's going to be minus 40 Celsius. What are you talking about?" She says, "That's perfect. We're going to go skiing. We're going to go do this. I said, "It doesn't bother you to wear all this stuff?" She says, "No, it's just clothes." I said, "Whoa. So your skin doesn't, like, it doesn't bother you that you can sit on your deck and drink?" She says, "But we do other things." And then for me, that's when it clicked that although I held a strong belief, and I was running this huge campaign for years now, maybe it was about, maybe I was like 21, 22, 23. And I was keeping this mentality, and I was saying this, and I believed it so much because I was regurgitating it and I was ruminating it. But then I didn't realize that other people saw it differently. And you see, the moment I recognized that it was different, my belief of winter changed drastically. I recognized that I maybe didn't like it as much, or I had a hard time enjoying it. But you know what I ended up doing? Years later, I realized that I needed to change myself so that I could learn to appreciate it. I bought better clothes. I had better gears, and I went skiing. And I think it was so fun and so beautiful. And so, if you allow your beliefs to change, you open yourself up to a world of other possibilities. And you stay less stuck and less closed inside of a little bubble, right? Okay. So guys, you see, it's 10:10. I'm not going to keep you long. These are the things I wanted to talk about. These are the three types of beliefs I wanted you guys to take a moment and reflect on them and see how they impact your life, how they impact your relationship with your siblings, your relationship with your partner, your relationship with your wife, your relationship with your coworkers, your relationship with your neighborhood, your relationship with yourself. If you believe something and it hurts you, if you believe in something and you feel like it's limiting, look, our little baby elephant, when the little baby elephant was tied to the tree trunk when he was a baby, the little baby elephant did not believe that it was constricted. The space was probably enough for it at that time. But there's a time when you outgrow your space. There is a time when you outgrow a certain belief. Think about a plant. I mean, I call my platform the School of Superpowers because, long story short, to say, look into nature and you will understand so much about the world. If you buy a plant, whatever plant you buy, and you feed it, it will outgrow the pot, invariably. Or some plants, what you do is they just stay mini. They just are conditioned. They don't grow. They don't evolve. But the moment that you put them in on a free ground, you see a huge thing grow. You're like, what the hell? Beliefs are powerful. I'm going to give you another example. A bird. This young girl, she found, I think it was a canary, I don't know, kanagi, that had a broken wing since it was a baby. It took the little bird, put him in a cage, fixed the wing, healed the bird. But the cage is always open, and the bird cannot even fly. The bird doesn't have wings, right? So the cage is always open. And one day the daughter asked the grandmother, but why is it, the little girl asked her grandmother, why is it that the bird is not going away? Then the grandmother said, do you recognize that the bird spent all its life not believing that it could fly? It did not have the knowledge that it could fly. So the bird is living within a limited belief, and now you need to help the bird change its mindset. Do you think the girl took the bird and threw it out the cage? No, the bird would probably fall, not even know that they can fly. So it was a process of teaching, a step-by-step process of helping the bird, little fly here and there until the bird was able to understand that it could fly. This is us today. The only difference is the bird only had one experience in life that taught it not to fly. Us, we are bombarded by beliefs, by things every day that tell us about us, tell us about who we are. We have people tell us about who we are. Our parents tell us about who we are. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everything is telling us about who we are. So we are dealing with so much. How do we process this information? And just like the digestive system, take what helps us, transform it into minerals, allowing us to grow, and what does not serve us become waste. We see that in the entire world. Yes, we're sitting here and we're holding on to beliefs that have been valid maybe 100 years ago, but that don't have any place today. When we think about men and women, we think about gender, we think about gender roles. I was talking to someone today about this, gender roles. A couple in a situation where they don't know, there's a discomfort when one person or the other person is operating in a way that is not in line with the other person's belief. And I often say that, it's not because your spouse hates you, that's why they're acting this way. Some of them probably do, but these are exceptions, right? It's not because they hate you that they're telling you not, or they're wishing you did this or did that. It's their belief about what life should look like that force them. They feel like they're in a tough situation. They're like, well, this is what I believe, and this is what's happening. They're not in line, and I'm not okay. So now it's either you stay with your belief, and then you let go of that relationship, or you change your belief, and then you align with that relationship, so that everybody can move forward together. It's not always the case that you need to do this, and it's not always the case that you need to do that. The way you ask yourself, changing this belief, how will it serve me and how will it hurt me? Do I believe that this belief will hurt me if I make that change and that shift in belief? Or will it help me? Help me meaning helping my marriage, being more supportive, being more, we're growing in a different direction, we're moving together. Or is it going to be a belief that's actually going to hurt me because I'm going to get into something that is absolutely not going to be conducive to my own personal growth? And then so when you can make that decision, you get to see which decision to take, which decision not to take, because you get to analyze, is it helping me or is it hindering me? Okay, so this is beliefs. On our next live, which is in 2 weeks on the No Filter channel and also on the School of Superpowers and also on Facebook, I'm going to invite people to join me and share some of their experiences with beliefs, hoping that we can touch those 3 belief topics and also the ones that I cited in my previous live. Now, please DM me on the School of Superpowers platform, or I guess the No Filter platform as well, or on Facebook as well. Let me know that you would like to participate. It's probably going to be 2 minutes for each person, but it is important because I'm sitting here talking, but I want other people to say how beliefs have held them back and how when they've made a shift, how it has changed their lives for the better. And also the other way around, because I have stories too of embodying beliefs that end up hurting me and not helping me. And I recognize that, yes, I did have a big open-minded mentality and I wanted to, but I ended up embodying beliefs that were hurting me. But had I known what I know now, which is you can believe whatever you want. The question is it helping you or is it hindering you? And again, if a belief is hurting another person as well, it is not a belief. It's a belief that you should probably consider, right? If a belief is hurting an animal, hurting someone, harming, I'm not going to say hurt. I'm going to go further. Harming, because people's feelings get hurt all the time. You cannot control that. But harming, if it is harming someone, harming you, then it's not a belief that you need to hold. Even if somebody's begging you to believe in it. You have to say, no, boo. It ain't me, boo. Not today, boo. It's not me, boo. Truly. Because these are not beliefs that you should hold for yourself. You don't even need to go into a whole rampage of judgment. Maybe it's going to be good for you. Go for it. It's not going to be good for me because when I play the tape out, I see how it's not helping me. Okay? So please DM me. Send me a message. Let me know that you would like to share like a 1-2 minute story. I'm hoping that I can have 5 people or so share something, or even if you decide you don't want to participate live, you want to just send me a little story. I want to take the time to share experiences about beliefs and how beliefs have both how beliefs might have hurt you and how beliefs might have helped you. Okay? And then to close, guys, please, this is a School of Superpowers, although I'm on No Filter channel. My School of Superpowers people are here watching me. I appreciate you. I love you. And my Facebook people are there too. Please check me out, www.theschoolofsuperpowers.com. Please give me your emails because I'm about to post a vlog in the next couple of weeks. And that one is different, guys. I've been working on it. I'm trying to balance it out. I cannot get into even if I'm talking about a tough topic, I cannot get into the place of destruction. So I have to find a way to talk about hard topics in a constructive way. Right? So that's why it's kind of hard, right? It's kind of hard, but I'm working on it. So please go on my Facebook page, on my website, drop your email, sign up for the email list so that you can receive the blog directly into your email. If you have never read any of my blogs and you have time to read one, I suggest you read one that says denial, because this one is very related to what we're talking about today, which are beliefs. And it's a totally different angle from this one, but you're going to see how vast this thing is and how much this can affect our lives. You saw the quotes I just shared. These are people that have been toying with this idea for a very long time, and they have experiences of success with those thoughts. So let's try to let's learn from the people who have accomplished things that we wish we could accomplish as well for our lives. Okay? Again, I'm not telling you to go follow the people entirely, because you know what? I was talking to someone yesterday and I was telling him how much I love Mahatma Gandhi, and he had to remind me, well, it was not yesterday, it was a few days ago, and he had to remind me, he said, did you know that there's a lot of rumors that he was a pedophile and that he was a racist? And it's almost like, you cannot just sit and start venerate people, right? Like being so crazy in love with people. You have to be able to séparer le bon grain de l'ivraie. You have to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. Faut reprendre ça bon, retirer ça pas bon. We have to be able to still learn from people. You cannot take somebody all in or reject the person all out, because everybody has something that they're saying that makes sense, and they might not have a life that is perfect. It doesn't mean that they're unworthy. Okay? There's still some things that you can learn from them. So let's take what we can learn from those people and stop believing that these people are perfect, because they are not. Okay? They are not. You know what? Even God is not perfect, because God created imperfection. Perfection does not exist. It is a myth. It is a... Right? It's a limit. It's something. It's a horizon. Do you ever reach the horizon, guys? Do you ever reach the horizon? That's what perfection is. Okay? C'est une boussole. It gives you a direction, a trajectory, but it's not a place to be. It doesn't exist. Okay. So that's all. Go on my platform on Instagram as well, guys. Please follow me so I can keep growing my channel. That's my goal. I want to grow. I want to progress. I want to become this huge mega platform that people can find a lot of tools and where we can share and where we can all grow together, but really sharing experiences that allow us to grow, not allow us to destroy another person. Finding new ways to embrace each other, finding new ways to live, finding new ways to so we can actually evolve. Let's not do the parallel movement. Let's move forward. Let's move upwards. And for that, we need to elevate. We need to have understanding of so many more things. We need to increase the depth of our understanding. We need to open our hearts. We need to open our minds to more things. You remember I was telling you about the blind spots. Now, cars don't even have blind spots anymore. Do you recognize that? Do you recognize that they fixed the blind spot problem in cars? And even in trucks now, you have a 360 camera around the truck. Let's do that for ourselves, and we can. Let's go for it. All right? Okay, guys. Stay blessed. I was happy tonight to be spending this time with you. And I'm hoping to receive a few DMs of people who want to participate in 2 weeks on this platform. Ciao.